Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. To be honest, there is not much to update. Another day of sideways movement here, nothing really exciting. Bitcoin is fighting with this target area here that I defined a few days ago. We did get into it as expected. We haven't turned around yet. In fact, we actually dropped below it, and this was the area where I told you that, if we want to turn around, then we need to do it in here. We dropped below it, which was the signal then that it will go further downhill. We even invalidated a 1-2 setup based on the fact that we dropped below this previous swing low at 18,980 roughly. Yeah. And I told you in the previous video, we're probably now on the way down. There is still a chance for Bitcoin to move higher, but primarily I would expect further downside now. We haven't really done anything exciting at the moment since then, and at the moment I see this as a 1-2 setup. Here another 1-2 setup. This one as a diagonal pattern, yeah, where you have your overlaps, but as a diagonal. It's not the move down, and that is what I have to highlight. The move down is not clearly impulsive. So I'm still giving it a chance here to reverse to the upside, but I would want to see evidence for that. The evidence I'd like to see would be a move above, well, at the very least here above the 19,420 level. Yeah, that previous wave 2 high, and then this wave 2 high at 19,700. If we don't achieve that, the focus remains further on the downside. The next move down would be a wave 3 and could take us into the region around 18,500 as indicated before. We are at a key decision point at the moment, but again, we're talking about the micro counts here because, to be fair, not much is happening on the higher time frame. So at the moment we have pulled back to the 61.8% fib level, so we've got some micro resistance here at 19,227. Yeah, the 61.8% fib level could even push a bit higher to 19,318 in the current scenario here in a wave 2. But if you get above the wave 2, above the 78.6% fib level at 19,318, it will get a little bit less likely that this is still the wave 2, and we might be in something different, maybe something that is starting already to rally to the upside. So things are still fairly unclear here on the Bitcoin chart. And I had a few questions again about, because my view is that Bitcoin is primarily coming down. Ethereum, I say, can hold as long as we stay above 1980. Okay, if we lose 1980, then we can come down to not 1980. As long as Ethereum is holding, what was it, 1280, I think, we can move higher. If we lose the 1280 level, we still have 1225, but below that level will probably come down below 1195. So my view is, just in summary, my view about Ethereum is much more optimistic and bullish than about Bitcoin. But people don't understand, how could Ethereum and Bitcoin decouple? Well, they can to a degree. In fact, they have done that since June. Yeah, Ethereum moved in a completely different wave pattern than Bitcoin, completely different. Yes, of course, there are some correlations, but Ethereum made a much stronger impression than Bitcoin. The wave degrees are different and so on, and it could very well still be with Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, my primary expectation, I'd give it a chance to rally from here. Yeah, we talked about that. It has a chance to move up from here. But my point is, we have to have an open mind with Bitcoin in the short term. It's very choppy. Therefore, I'm not trading it at the moment. Yeah, I'm not trading it, and it can really, in the short term, it can move up to 21.7, no problem. But if Bitcoin does that, then of course Ethereum could rally maybe to 2,000, 2.5K maybe, yeah, maybe even 3K, depending on how high Bitcoin really does and goes. But the point is, Bitcoin eventually, and I did explain that in yesterday's video, Bitcoin needs to hold above 25K to really confirm a local bottom in place, yeah, and that the bear market low could be in place. And because I don't want to wait that long, I'd rather prefer to focus and trade, or focus on and trade, the charts that make a much better impression. And even Ethereum hasn't confirmed the bottom yet. Yeah, it's not confirmed. It's only really what do we see at the moment in the charts, and that's all we can trade. That's all we can trade. It doesn't make sense to think about correlations. It doesn't get you anywhere. I can tell you that. But yeah, that's my view about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.